on Muse in Chulahoma, on Sturtevant Road, Smith Grove Road in Marianna. It's right on top of you right now. Please be in your safe spot. McClatchy Road. Take shelter on Lester Road in Hernando, right on top of Holly Springs right now on Salem Avenue, and on Woodward, West Street, Witten Road, right over Mack, on Duck Pond Road, on Hudsonville Road, right over Atway. It's moving in your direction. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so we kind of get a broader view of what we are looking at. So the movement of these storms are all to the east and to the northeast, around 45 to 50 miles an hour. Now, within the storms, the winds are gusting up to about 60. So we've got trails of hail associated with it. So you can see that's usually a good mark of when we have severe thunderstorms that could see some rotation in it. We have a signature of finding hail, and they usually issue when it's larger than like a pea or marble size hail. So some of these are like quarter size hail, ping pong ball size hail. And we were forecasted earlier, we were told that we could expect even golf ball size hail in some of these strong storms. So these storms are picking up. It's an uptick of severe weather than what we saw in the overnight hours. That was more linear, and these storms are now going to become more widespread, primarily across North Mississippi, and that's what we have seen forming. So we also see some storms up around Lexington and in Henderson, Tennessee. So Bolivar, you are finding strong thunderstorms. There is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect from Moscow up toward Williston, Grand Junction, and Hickory Valley. That's just to the east of Rossville. Collierville has a strong cell over you right now that is putting down a lot of heavy rainfall, but it's this tornadic center right here over Holly Springs that we're really hyper focused on, and for good reason. It can be deadly, as we have witnessed some scans on the radar of some rotation. So I'm going to zoom in, and if you can hear me and you are in your safe spot, I will let you know when it is clear. But in Atway and in Hudsonville, I need you to be safe right now and wake up your family and make sure you bring your pets in that interior room where the bathroom is as well. This is along Snow Lake shores, and it's a beautiful community around the lake. Please make sure that you're in your safe spot. In Higdon, in the town of Holly Springs, which I have several family and friends, I hope you are very safe right now and taking this seriously. I'm going to turn off the lightning, but you are seeing quite a lightning show. You're hearing all the thunder out there right now. If you can hear that thunder and see that lightning over you, know that the winds are stronger than 60 miles an hour. And the winds associated with like an AF1 or 2 type of tornado can kick up between 86 to like 135 miles an hour. So that's what can do some damage. Beyond that, like an EF3 could be 136 to 150 miles an hour. So that is the reason why we are on wall to wall until 7:15, and that is when we're going to see they'll analyze it and make sure that there's no more threat of the tornado warning. So I am going to check this out right now. We're going to pull out just a little bit. And then it looks like they may have canceled portion of the tornado. They've shortened some of it up, so that's some good news. So I will let you know. Remember how I said just a few minutes ago that I will come on and let you know when you are in the clear. So portions of the tornado warning have been cleared from that, and that would be near Harmontown. So you're in the clear, and Wyatt and Aiken, you are in the clear, and Glenville. So portions of the area have been dropped, but still included in the tornado warning, we do have the town of Holly Springs and the surrounding area. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out a little bit so expand the view so you can see that these line of storms are right now extending from the Mississippi Delta and southeast Arkansas all up along the Mississippi River, and then they're lifting up towards Senatobia and into Holly Springs and LaGrange. So there is a tornado watch in effect until 1 o'clock. And the tornado warning continues until 7:30 for central Marshall and southwestern Benton counties. So just around 7:01, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near the Waldoxie State Park. It was moving to the north and northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is radar indicated rotation. And so that is where we are going to focus some of our concern right here over Holly Springs. So here's Potts Camp. And let's see, some of the locations that are included are going to be Malone, Waterford, Waldoxie State Park, Holly Springs, Hudsonville, Higdon, Gilton, Coahoma, Lake Center, Atway, Potts Camp, Galena, Mack, Mahon, Laws Hill, Waits, and Mariana. So we want you to take shelter right now. Move into that interior room or the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid the windows. So if you're in Holly Springs right now, it is right on top of you. The area that I have highlighted on your map, you can see where that brighter purple is and where that dark burgundy is going to be most intense. But I'm also concerned over here near Ashland, Mississippi as well, and Lake Shores. That's where we have some of that vibrant purple. Anywhere where you kind of see that flashing could be where we see that rotation. And of course, it's hard to see right now. It's dark outside because of all the clouds and the storms. So we are really going to be checking out storm spotters as well as utilizing all of those tools between what we can look at with hail tracks and hail. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So here's where the hail is currently occurring, and that is right there over Snow Lake Shores. That's right on top of Holly Springs. That is near, just to the north of Galena. That's right over Mariana. I'm going to pull on some more street level maps for you and get down to Hernando Road on Deer Lane, on West Boundary Street and College Avenue in Holly Springs, Hudsonville Road on West Street, on Salem Avenue, on Bumpus Road, on Crestview Drive. You need to be in your safe spot right now, the interior room in your house. Make sure that you take something to cover your head. I like to take a pillow or a blanket. Make sure that your children and your family and your dogs are all in your safe spot. A good interior room would be like a bathroom, or if you have stairs and there's a closet under the stairs. I used to have to clean out the pantry. Move all the kids into the pantry and make sure that they're safe there, because this is a very dangerous situation. So you can see Holly Springs here. You can see Ashland, Mississippi. I'm going to put storm track on so that you'll have a heads up of the direction that it's going in, the potential for the tornadic activity. And then if you can hear my voice, I want you to go to that safe spot so that you can be protected, and then I will let you know when everything is clear for that. So near Higdon, Hudsonville, Snow Lake Shores, New Canaan, and Brody between 7:09 and 7:35, you have time to seek your shelter and get to your safe spot. But I also want to take a look at just how strong and how high these cloud tops are, so we can get an idea of just how potent this storm is. So with that, I can use this tool. The National Weather Service is taking a look at scans. They're analyzing all the data. They're making sure that they have storm spotters out there, and we're getting updates through them as well. All right, so what you're taking a look at is I've split the heart of that storm in half so that we can kind of look and see the forcing of air in the upper atmosphere. So anything above like 30 to 40,000 cloud tops is going to be a very healthy storm that has the fuel that's right for forming any type of rotation, and this storm has that. So this is a very dangerous storm, and the reason why we're going to stay on for you. So I've dropped down here to Clarksdale, Mississippi. I'm going to put all of this into motion for you and step back in time for 4 hours up until the present. And here you can see where all of a sudden there was nothing going on earlier, and then, man, they began to fire. This is a dangerous light show that's happening with gusty winds up to around 60 miles an hour. But inside these storms that we have been tracking, that's when we could see storms over 100 to 130 miles an hour. So that would be tornadic winds. So I'm going to zoom into this area again with a polygon of the tornado warning. I'm going to let you know where you are clear to come out of your shelter. So if you were near Wyatt and Chulahoma and Laws Hill and Aiken and Tyro and Barr, you are now clear to come out, but I want you to be weather aware for the rest of the day. But if you are in Mariana, you can come out of your closet as well. If you are in Gilton and Holly Springs, though, in Higdon and in Mack and in Hudsonville, I need you to stay exactly where you are. We are tracking a very dangerous storm that's producing so much heavy rainfall and a lot of lightning strikes. In fact, I just queried just how much rain was occurring with some of these cells right over Holly Springs, and it had 1.5 inches of rain per hour. Of course, this hasn't been over you for an hour, but we are watching this intently, just letting you know how much and how hard that rain is falling down at that time. The Storm Prediction Center does have us in a tornado watch until 1 o'clock. And the tornado warning remains in effect until 7:30 for central Marshall and southeastern Benton counties. So that's where we are right now. We are centered over Holly Springs, where I'm going to go back down and go into some of these communities, and hopefully you are safe. So I am talking to folks on West College Avenue, on Maple Street, on Center Hill Drive, on Highway 22 off South Center Street, and on College Avenue. If you can hear me, I want you to please be safe right now, and then go to that interior room of your house. On West Boundary Street, on West Woodward Avenue, if you live near Bryant Street, if you live near East South Boundary and Salem Avenue and Hill Street and Govan Avenue, I need you to be in your safe spot right now. Crestview Drive, if you live near Crestview, on Swaney Road and West Woodward Avenue, please be in your safe spot. We've got winds gusting up to around 60 miles per hour. We have rotation that has been spotted. And there's more thunderstorms watches and warnings out there that we're continuing to track. So this tornado warning is within a larger severe thunderstorm warning that extends up through Byhalia, Mississippi, over toward Grand Junction, on Walnut, and in Middleton. So this is a part of a larger storm system, but it is this cell that is over Holly Springs that we're primarily concerned about. So for the next several minutes, I want to go ahead and continue to give you an example of all the tools that we have to kind of show you the reason why we're concerned for the trail of hail over this region. And you can see so much lightning. I'm going to take the lightning off because it's masking. So much hail with these storms that are over North Mississippi, now spreading into southern areas of Shelby County as well, southeast Shelby County. I'm going to take off the hail tracks and then put on where the hail is occurring as we speak. And that's still occurring over Holly Springs. So you might hear that on the rooftop. You might hear it against the window pane. If you can hear me right now, hopefully you are in your safe spot, and that's an interior room of the house. A room that does not have any windows. Ashland, Mississippi, you've seen some uptick of hail in your area, and more than likely you felt the winds as well. We've talked about having a wind advisory in effect, and it still remains in effect. We will find gusty winds around 60 miles an hour, but in the storms such as we're tracking right now on top of Holly Springs, where you see this kind of flashing light right here, especially on Old Highway East on Joyner Road, Hudsonville Road, and Highway 313 East, especially right there. That is really, the winds are super blowing you around. So right over Hudsonville right now and Atway, near Holland Road and Kimbrough Chapel Road and Duck Pond Road. We still have strong storms putting down so much rainfall in Mahon and in Holly Springs. Some of the communities there near Rancher Drive and West Boundary Street, West Valley Road, and on College Road and Randall Drive. So this cell here has just been sitting put and spinning around. There's Mac. Make sure that right now you are protected. Some of the things that we like to do is, to remind people to go is to their interior rooms. Duck Pond, Atway, Roberts Chapel, Kimbrough Chapel, and Sladen Road. Over near Roberts Chapel and Clear Creek and Cherry Loop. Not only can winds over 60 miles an hour take down tree limbs, but we're having so much heavy rainfall falling in this area as well. So that'll loosen up all the dirt and soil, and that could take down trees, and that could take down power lines, so you could be without power. When you go into this interior room of your house, make sure that you carry something to protect your head, that you're carrying your cell phone with you and your chargers with you as well, in case you happen to lose power. Some areas that you can come out of the interior room right now will be near Mariana. It's moved out of your region, Tullahoma, Galena, Orion, and in Waterford. And instead, this storm here that we are going very carefully going to, and they're just shortened the tornado warning to remove those towns that we were just talking about, is lifting up to the east and to the northeast around 45 miles an hour. So I'm going to put another storm track on that. I'm going to put it right here at the height of it. Move it to the east and to the northeast. Okay, so that's going to put it in the towns in the path of what could be this tornadic rotation. Would be Hudsonville around 7:20, Ashland at 7:30, New Canaan at 7:38, 7:45 Salisbury, Middleton 7:56, Lacey 8:01, and Rose Creek at 8:14. So if you're in the path of this strong storm, know that this storm has had a history of potential of seeing some rotation, and we could see some severe thunderstorms producing hail, about quarter to ping pong size hail. We still are keeping this tornado warning in effect until around 7:30 for Marshall and Benton counties. So this thunderstorm is capable of producing a tornado, and right now one was located over Holly Springs moving to the northeast. So radar has indicated a little bit of rotation in this area. You need to be aware of flying debris that could be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. We can see damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles. Anytime you have ping pong ball size hail, that could definitely do some damage. Tree damage is likely. Power outage is most likely. We've had winds clocked around 60 miles an hour, but with tornadic activity, those winds can reach anywhere between like 80 to 140 miles an hour, and that's the damage that we're talking about. So we want you to be very careful. Take cover now. Go to a storm shelter or an interior room on the lowest floor of your house. Don't go upstairs, go downstairs. If you're in an apartment, make sure you're on the bottom floor. You make friends with one of your neighbors. Avoid the windows. If you're outdoors, in a mobile home or vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from all this flying debris. So again, Ashland, New Canaan, Salisbury, Middleton, Lacey, and Rose Creek between 7:30 and 8:14. That's where this dangerous storm will begin to move in your direction. So I am now going to kind of zoom in on some more areas for you. This is the 24-hour rain total, just to kind of see how much rain is occurring within that storm cell. So in Holly Springs, 2 inches of rain with this system. Now, while this tornado is moving to the northeast right now at around 25 miles an hour, the whole storm cell is lifting to the northeast at around 45. So that's 2 inches of rain with that storm cell near Holly Springs, almost 2 inches of rain near Walnut, and we've seen about 2 inches of rain in Bolivar. So that kind of gives you an idea of just how much rain that we have seen in the region. Let me pull another map up for you and show that we are under a tornado watch until 1 o'clock for much of North Mississippi. Shelby County is not included in that. There's also a flood watch that remains in effect until 1 o'clock on Sunday. So just because it may not be raining over you at the moment does not mean that the creeks will not continue to rise, because they will. We're expecting this to be an all-day rain event. So here's the line of showers and thunderstorms over the region. I'm going to put that into motion for you, and you can see how quickly they began to develop. So around 3 o'clock this morning, we had a lull in the action, and then these showers and thunderstorms began to pop right around 6:15. And with those, we tracked severe thunderstorms, and now from Senatobia through Hernando, Byhalia, Holly Springs up to Ashland. Now we're tracking not only severe thunderstorms included in those polygons from Crenshaw to Senatobia to Hernando to Somerville and over toward Walnut, but what we're really concerned with, and of course where any of these thunderstorms could have tornadic activity form, and there's a reason why we are paying close attention to it, but we're wall to wall right now because of this cell right over Holly Springs. So if you were in your safe spot and you are listening to us because you have the television turned up, but you are in the closet and you're near Gilton, you can come out of the closet now. Mariana, you're safe. Holly Springs is finally getting the okay that you are in the clear, and hopefully you are not having a lot of damage to your home. But now this is lifting up to the east and to the northeast. So it's actually moving more toward Atway and Hudsonville, away from Holly Springs. Some of the areas that we're concerned with are on Hudsonville Road and John Long Road and Russum Road, near Duck Pond Road on Highway 313, Hudsonville, Holland Road, Roberts Chapel Road near Atway, Hudsonville Road near Sparks Farm Road and Mason Road. So if you are near those roads, this is the area that we're most concerned with right now, as this entire system is lifting to the east and northeast. The cell that's producing that convection, the tornadic activity, is actually lifting to the northeast at 25. So I'm going to put a storm track on that to let you know of just some of those areas that could be affected by that. So Hudsonville, which you heard us just talked about, Snow Lake Shores, Michigan City, Grand Junction, and Salisbury between 7:26 and 7:50. Please go to your seek shelters and your safe plan of action right now. The tornado warning remains in effect until 7:30. We're finding dangerous cloud to ground lightning. We're seeing rain that's putting down about 2 inches of rain per hour. We're already having 2 inches of rain in accumulation right now with some of these storms, and then we're adding to that. We won't be done with these storms throughout the day. This is something that the Storm Prediction Center has been highlighting. We were hoping that some of the rain that came through earlier across northeast Arkansas would kind of rain things out and stabilize the atmosphere, but it's not done that at all. Instead of having that cap has burst. So the stable warm air above us has, this thunderstorms have eroded that. So now we're seeing that lifting action and the potential for circulation to occur and these winds to pick up. We've seen winds over about 60 miles an hour, but with intense storms, we could see winds anywhere between 80 to 130 miles an hour. So with that is the reason why we are here to keep you abreast and let you know exactly what's happening and where. From Bolivar down through, from Henderson down through Bolivar, and then I'm going to zoom in a couple of areas here. Under a severe thunderstorm warning for Hickory Valley and Grand Junction, just to the west of Middleton, and then crossing the state line and into Mississippi near Ashland. And this is on Highway 72. And then in toward Snow Lake Shores and Ashland and Hudsonville and Atway. So it is right here that we're really concerned with on what we're looking at and the reason why the National Weather Service has issued that tornado warning. All right, so let's check this one out. So the tornado warning for Central Marshall, which was what we're highlighted on right now, and West Central Benton counties will expire at 7:30, so that's 3 more minutes. So this storm, which has prompted the warning, has weakened below severe limits and no longer appears capable of producing this tornado. So in 3 minutes, we're going to allow this warning to expire, but the tornado watch will be in effect until 1 o'clock. And you can take a look at this strong line of storms that extend from Bolivar. Oh, wonderful. Okay, thank you. So I was just told that we've got the MDOT camera up and you can see all that heavy rain on I-22. That is just east of Victoria Road, which is very close. You can even see the lightning right there, very close to Holly Springs and off Highway 72. So that is part of this storm cell that we have highlighted, putting down all that rain and the lightning that you see showing up. In about 2 more minutes, the tornado warning will be allowed to expire, but this is what we want to caution you in driving in. So it's dark outside right now, and the only time that you can really kind of see a rotation is if we could see that lightning flash more. And of course, we're using the radar as well to see if there is that rotation in the upper atmosphere to keep you abreast of when the tornado warning will expire. So I'm going to zoom in for just a couple more spaces. couple more places, Atway and in Hudsonville. You are still really finding that strong, heavy rainfall over you on Sladen and on Lamar. Near Lamar, you're also seeing the heavy rain and all that lightning that was showing up on Mount Pleasant and just off Victoria. So please be careful. If you don't have to be out on the roads, especially from Bolivar down through now in Collierville, you're hearing the lightning over you as well. You are not included in the severe thunderstorm warning right now, but Rossville and Williston and Grand Junction, you are. Byhalia, you are as well. So we are going to let that tornado warning expire, and we will now pick up our regularly scheduled program, which means we will be in time for Good Morning Memphis, and we'll be back with more right after.
I think that a